What if I told you there's a shortcut in real estate that most millionaires don't want you to know? A path that doesn't require a trust fund, a fancy degree, or even a six-figure paycheck. Imagine stepping into a world where luxury homes, stacks of cash flow charts, and signed deals aren't just dreams. They're part of your everyday life. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to go from zero to millionaire using this hidden shortcut. I've spent over a decade studying stories of success and watching ordinary people transform their lives. And here's the truth. You don't need to be born rich to play the real estate game. You don't need a golden ticket. What you need is the right playbook, the same one I'm about to share with you. Because if everyday people can do it, so can you. Welcome to Wealth Pal, a place where future exceptionally successful and wealthy individuals gain an unfair advantage. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so as to never miss out on a future life-changing video. Without further ado, let's get started. The problem. Here's the truth. Most people never make it in real estate, not because they're lazy, but because the game feels locked. The first wall they hit is capital. They think they need piles of cash just to get started. Then comes fear. Fear of losing money, fear of making the wrong move, fear of risk. And finally, the biggest myth of all, the belief that only the wealthy can play. Think about it. How many times have you heard someone say, real estate is for rich people? That single thought stops thousands of dreams before they even begin. Most people quit before they take their first step, convinced the door is closed. But here's the twist. The door isn't locked. It's wide open. You just need to know where the handle is. And that's exactly what I'm about to show you. The hidden shortcut revealed. Here's where the story changes. The secret shortcut isn't magic. It's a smart mix of leverage, creative financing, and value-add strategies. These three tools are the keys that unlock doors most people think are sealed shut. Let's break them down. Leverage means using other people's money to grow faster than you could alone. Banks, investors, even partners, these are your allies. Imagine buying a $200,000 property. You don't need $200,000 in cash. With leverage, you might only need $20,000 down, while the bank covers the rest. The property earns rent, pays the loan, and builds wealth for you. That's leverage at work. Creative financing is where the real magic happens. Seller financing lets the seller act as the bank, so you pay them directly. Lease options allow you to control a property without owning it outright. House hacking, living in one part of a property while renting the other, turns your home into an income machine. These strategies cut down the need for huge upfront cash and make real estate accessible to everyday people. Value add is the art of spotting hidden gems. You buy properties that are underpriced or underperforming, then improve them. Maybe it's a tired duplex that needs fresh paint and new floors. Maybe it's a small apartment building where rents are below market. By renovating, upgrading, or simply managing better, you raise the property's value and increase cash flow. That's how you turn ordinary deals into extraordinary wins. Let me share a quick story. A certain young couple started with almost nothing. They bought a small duplex using a mix of leverage and seller financing. They lived in one unit and rented the other. With sweat equity, they fixed up the place, new kitchen, fresh landscaping, brighter lighting. Within a year, the property's value jumped. They refinanced, pulled out cash, and bought another property. Fast forward 5 years, and they owned multiple rentals, each one paying them monthly income. They didn't start rich. They started smart. This shortcut isn't about skipping steps. It's about stacking them. Leverage gives you speed. Creative financing gives you access. Value add gives you growth. Together, they form a system that turns small beginnings into big results. And once you see how these pieces fit, you'll realize the millionaire path isn't hidden at all. It's right in front of you. Step-by-step roadmap. Now that you know the shortcut, let's walk through the exact roadmap that takes you from zero to millionaire. Think of this as your GPS for real estate wealth. Each step builds on the last. And if you follow them with patience and consistency, you'll see how ordinary beginnings can grow into extraordinary results. Step 1. Start small. The journey begins with something simple. You don't need a skyscraper or a giant apartment complex. Start with what you can handle: a duplex, a triplex, or even renting out a spare room. This is called house hacking. You live in one part of the property and rent out the other. Your tenants help pay the mortgage, and suddenly your biggest expense, housing, becomes an income stream. Picture this: you buy a small duplex. You live in one unit, and the other unit's rent covers most of your monthly payment. Instead of money flowing out of your pocket, it flows back in. That's your first taste of financial freedom. Step 2. Build equity and cash flow. Once you've started, the next step is to let time and smart management work for you. Every month, as tenants pay rent, you're building cash flow, money left over after expenses. At the same time, your loan balance shrinks and the property value often rises. That's equity. Equity is like hidden savings. You don't see it every day, but it grows quietly. And cash flow is the fuel that keeps you moving forward. Together, they form the foundation of your wealth. Think of equity as the bricks of your financial house, and cash flow as the electricity that keeps the lights on. You need both to grow strong. Step 3. Reinvest profits, the BRRR method. Here's where things get exciting. You take the profits and equity from your first property and roll them into the next deal. The system is called BRRR: buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. Buy: find a property that's underpriced or needs work. Rehab: fix it up, new paint, better floors, updated kitchens. Rent: place tenants and start earning income. Refinance: pull out the increased value as cash. Repeat: use that cash to buy another property. This cycle is like a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small, but with each turn, it grows bigger and faster. Before long, you're not just owning one property, you're building a portfolio. Step 4. Scale with partnerships and syndications. At some point, you'll hit a wall if you try to do everything alone. That's when you bring in partners. Partnerships allow you to pool resources, share risks, and tackle bigger deals. Maybe you find someone with capital but no time, while you have time but little money. Together, you win. Then there's syndication, a fancy word for group investing. A syndicator gathers investors to buy large properties like apartment complexes. You might start as a small investor, but the returns can be powerful. And as you gain experience, you can lead syndications yourself, multiplying your reach. Scaling is about thinking bigger. Instead of one duplex, imagine owning a 50-unit building. The principles are the same, but the impact is massive. Step 5. Diversify into commercial or multifamily properties. Once you've built a strong base, it's time to diversify. Residential properties are great, but commercial and multifamily deals can take you to the next level. Commercial properties, like office spaces, retail centers, or warehouses, often bring higher returns and longer leases. Multifamily properties, like apartment buildings, spread risk across many tenants. If one tenant leaves, the others keep paying. Diversification protects you. It's like planting different crops in a field. If one crop fails, the others keep the farm alive. In real estate, diversification keeps your wealth steady even when markets shift. The roadmap in action. Let's put it all together with a simple story. Imagine you start with a duplex. You live in one side, rent the other, and save money. After 2 years, you refinance, pull out equity, and buy a triplex. You rehab it, raise rents, and cash flow grows. Next, you join a partnership to buy a small apartment building. Your share of the profits helps you reinvest again. Within 10 years, you've moved from one duplex to owning stakes in multiple properties, including commercial spaces. Your monthly income covers all your expenses, and your equity is worth millions. That's the roadmap. It's not overnight. It's not a lottery ticket. It's a steady climb, step by step, using leverage, creative financing, and value-add strategies at every stage. Key takeaways. Start small. Don't wait for the perfect big deal. Build equity and cash flow. They are your foundation. Use the BRRR method to recycle profits. Scale with partnerships and syndications. Diversify into commercial and multifamily for stability. This roadmap is proof that you don't need to be born wealthy. You need patience, persistence, and the courage to take the first step. Every millionaire in real estate started somewhere, and now you know exactly how to follow their path. Psychological and mindset hacks. Here's the truth. The shortcut works only if your mind is ready for it. Real estate isn't just about numbers. It's about patience, discipline, and vision. Millionaires don't chase quick wins. They build steady streams. Consistency is your secret weapon. Even small steps, taken again and again, compound into massive results. Networking is another key. Relationships open doors that money alone can't. A single conversation at a local meetup could lead to your next big deal. And then there's the art of spotting undervalued opportunities. Millionaires train their eyes to see what others miss. The tired property with hidden potential, the overlooked neighborhood about to boom. Remember this line: the shortcut isn't about skipping steps, it's about accelerating them. With the right mindset, every challenge becomes fuel, every setback a lesson, and every deal a stepping stone toward freedom. Future vision. Close your eyes for a moment and picture this. You wake up in the morning, sunlight pouring through the window, and while you're sipping coffee, your properties are quietly paying you. Rent checks arrive, mortgages shrink, and equity grows, all while you live your life. Imagine the freedom of choosing how to spend your day. Maybe it's traveling with family, maybe it's working on projects you love, or maybe it's simply enjoying peace of mind, knowing money is flowing in even while you sleep. This isn't a fantasy. It's the natural result of following the roadmap we've laid out. Real estate, done right, creates a lifestyle of choice, not obligation. The shortcut is your bridge to that vision. And once you've seen what's possible, you'll never look at money or freedom the same way again. Now you've seen the roadmap, the mindset, and the vision. The only thing left is action. If this video gave you value, don't let it stop here. Hit that subscribe button and join the journey, because I'll be breaking down more wealth building strategies in future videos. Think of it this way. Every time you learn a new strategy, you're sharpening your tools. And the sharper your tools, the faster you can build your future. Real estate isn't just about properties. It's about freedom, choice, and legacy. So, like, subscribe, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and get ready. The shortcut is real, the roadmap is clear, and your millionaire journey starts now. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Until next time, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.